I can't believe that this actually happened in our city.
People that we know, man, we've seen all our lives.
Since like it was a war, I would never think I would see anything like that.
On May 14th, a white gunman walked into a grocery store on the east side of Buffalo, determined to kill as many black people as possible.
Possible active shooter at the top.
We're going to need some officers inside the top because we have numerous bodies.
There are still shots being fired.
Send as many cars as you possibly can.
In the end, 13 people were shot, 10 of them killed.
She turned towards him and he shot her dead in the head.
The next thing I know, seconds later, we saw bodies on the ground.
He had the audacity to scream this on TV Live.
And I wonder how someone 18 years old can have so much hate.
This country has to start making some choices and some decisions about who and what we really are.
We came to East Buffalo to meet people helping residents move forward weeks after the shooting. Katrina Martin-Bordeaux is a registered nurse and activist living on the city's east side.
East Buffalo is basically the black side of Buffalo.
She says issues like disinvestment and neglect have plagued this neighborhood for decades.
The east side of Buffalo kind of changed after the 1950s when the 33 Expressway was dropped in the middle of communities, which basically prompted the white flight.
Sounds like when the 33 was built, it permanently scarred this community, permanently divided everyone.
Once that 33 was dropped, I think pretty quickly people realized that if you stayed in the city, it wasn't gonna work for you. And so people that had the means to leave, they packed up, they left, whereas people that don't have the resources are, they're stuck.
Today, Buffalo is one of the nation's most segregated cities. 1/3 of the city's 255,000 residents now live below the poverty line. Most of them live here on the east side.
Okay, this is my neighborhood. This is the Genesee and Moselle community. This community was once a thriving community. It had many businesses up that you don't see now. These were actually houses and actually businesses at one time. I'm gonna pull up right here. This is the old St. Matthew's Church. It was a place that you can worship, that also had charitable services, and it also provided a school for our community. The Catholic Church sold it to a private owner. It's changed hands multiple times where no owner has ever done anything to revitalize it.
It's reflective of sort of the broader trend of what it's like to be black here in East Buffalo.
Yes. This church and this building has potential. Somebody has to see the beauty in it. Somebody has to see the value in it and give it some care.
Okay, so we are going to get started in a couple of minutes.
The shooting drove Buffalo natives to hit the streets and help however they could, especially because they knew they would be left on their own.
I worked across the street. Like, that was my summer job. My family goes to this Tops. I went to Performing Arts, which is down the street. And it's like, when the cameras is gone, when these people are gone, nobody cares because they already don't care.
I'm kind of speechless. And having to explain it to my children was probably like the hardest thing. It could have been any one of us.
I'm still just as numb and shocked and hurt and frustrated and angry as I was last Saturday.
Franchelle Parker runs Open Buffalo, a racial justice and advocacy group down the street from Tops.
It helps me to stay busy, to start rebuilding immediately, and that's what I'm attempting to do.
Parker and her colleagues are trying to fill the vacuum left by the closure of the only grocery store available to 22,000 Eastside residents.
I literally watch pickup trucks come and dump food out in the street, and people come in and grab it like we dogs. How you even know that this is the food that our people eat? Right. Do they need food, or do they need utility assistance? Or did they need a ride to the pharmacy? Or did they need a ride to go pick up a bus pass? In this moment, people aren't looking for a script. They're just looking to have an authentic conversation And a lot of people have been too afraid to leave their house.
You got some pens?
Yep. Hey, how you doing? We're just passing out resources in the community, letting people know where they can access mental health and free food distribution. Can I leave some resources with you?
Since the top shooting, what has the community been dealing with?
People are trying to figure out where to get food from, but equal importance is the trauma, the mental health, and making sure that people have someone to talk to. We're in a state of emergency right now. Are you in need of additional food assistance?
I can't drive no more or something.
Okay, so I'm gonna put, I need food to be dropped off to me. How are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Good. Can I come up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm French Dell.
I'm sorry. Stephen Richardson?
We're just having conversations with people to try to figure out, do you have any additional needs? If you know people that are in need of mental health counseling, making sure that they have access to that.
My son will need some of that because he's afraid to go to the supermarket.
How old is your son?
He's 12.
It's people all throughout the east side that still haven't left the house yet.
It's a lot to take. I've been here for 60-something years. I've watched the community go up, down, up again, and now down again. Can I get my son to see if he'll just talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Philip, come here for 1 second. This is Philip Richardson. This is my son.
Hi, Philip.
Hey.
Do you feel safe now?
Nope. Not even a grocery store is safe to shop at now.
Where do you feel safe at?
My home, near my family.
I think the Buffalo News came out with a slogan about something about love. And I'm quite sure those people that was at the supermarket, they all seem to be loving people too. And this guy went in there and he took a fucking gun and fucking murdered them all. Is love, is that love? Is love is not gonna do it. I don't know what's gonna be done, but it's not gonna be love. I've taught my son already how to shoot. He's 12 years old, he can learn how to shoot because we're all in a mindset that we gotta protect ourselves.
I have 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old, I have a 1-year-old. They go to daycare right on Jefferson. And I am so sorry that this is the world that we leaving you. Like, when do we draw the line that killing our babies in school that's the breaking point? And it seems like in this country, we still haven't reached our breaking point. Like, how low do we have to go in order for us to say, okay, this is enough. We have to take this serious.
23 years out from Columbine, and we're still here.
Our generation, this is all that we've known. We've only known, since high school, this is all that we've known, are mass shootings.
So they're dealing with these issues daily. These are young Black kids, not only dealing with life social issues.
Good afternoon, HRT. Pardon the interruption. Just wanted to give a little bit of feedback about the lockdown drill this morning. All students should, during a lockdown drill, should stop working. They shouldn't be at their desks. They should move into a corner, the corner that is farthest away from the door, so that they can't be seen at all if anybody were trying to peer into the room, and the light should be out. Everything looked really great. Good job, and thank you.
Can we talk about that for just a second? Like, essentially, this is what your kids have to prepare for, right? Like, they just went through a crazy traumatic experience that killed 10 of their
community
close
members.
Yeah, and now
they're having to practice lockdown drills. That shit crazy, bro.
That's wild. You can't make that up.
What's up, Victor? What's up? What's good?
These people stalking me, like, why?
You still musty.
Dakari Singletary founded Candles in the Sun, a nonprofit that runs mentorship programs for kids across East Buffalo.
What's our 3 rules for the day? Y'all know.
I don't.
Go ahead. Yes, what else? Respect, right?
A young Black man, we don't get a chance to often express ourselves, be seen or be heard.
Has anybody heard, either from like a parent, from a friend, whatever, on what happened here 2 weeks ago
when the guy went to Tops?
Oh.
All that. Yeah, what'd you guys hear? I'll start with you.
I heard he drove 2 hours to come to Buffalo,
Okay.
and he was only aiming for black people.
How does that make you feel?
Unsafe and weirdly, unsafe.
What about you? What'd you hear about everything that happened?
In Tops, that guy drove 3 hours in Buffalo. He just killed black people, and that's not good. That's just called racist. That's racist. Killing black people.
Yeah.
For these students, it's changed what they see in their neighborhoods as safe. They don't see home as safe anymore. The neighborhoods are forever changed.
Like a 9-year-old, me can understand not to be racist, but a grown man, an 18-year-old man doesn't even understand that killing people for their own skin color isn't racist. Like that is racist. So it makes me feel very frustrated and mad about that. Why would an 18-year-old kid just have a whole gun and his mom or his parents didn't stop him or nothing?
So if you could do like one thing to change it, what would you do?
Get rid of all racism.
Get rid of all racism. Okay. How would you do that?
I don't know. Check their past or any threats that they have done.
Okay.
Like I heard that the dude that actually did that, he threatened to shoot up a school the year before. Maybe stop making people have weapons for free, because some people don't know how to use them.
Okay. So would you put like a more stricter like gun check on it? People for like guns and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Check their brain.
Take their brain?
Yes.
Check their brains, you said?
Yes.
Check. Okay. Nah, that's smart.
I just didn't want to see what I seen on that video.
You seen the live stream? Yeah. That was on social media, I'm assuming. So like when I know it's hard to talk about it. When you first seen it though, like what was your immediate like feeling? Like
I wanted to hurt him for doing that.
That night when it happened, like my heart hurt. And yeah, I'm supposed to be putting together like initiatives for the community, but at the same time, it's like, how can I? I'm hurt. I'm confused. It's like how you just said, like I wanted to provide that same hurt as well. But at the same time, it's like, if we hurt him, are we just as low as him?
They're seeing their parents take more caution with everything that they do. And they're seeing people like me who are usually calm, cool, and collected be a little bit more stressed out, a little bit more like, so it's a ripple effect.
I feel almost in a stunned daze. I haven't been to work. It's difficult for me to go into a grocery store. What I find myself doing is casing the grocery store out, looking and seeing ways that I can get out of the grocery store, being a little more short with the person in the line in front of me, the cashier that needs to hurry up and needs to scan those groceries and needs to get me out of the store. So I almost have a feeling of an impending doom.
I'm always alert as to I'm trying to stay alert as to what's going around me in my surroundings. I worry that they're gonna be copycat, people copying what this guy just did and inflicting harm on some more people in the community.
We shouldn't have to do all these things to be safe in our own community. They did everything that everyone said that they were supposed to do, and they still became a victim of somebody's hate and somebody's racism. And it's not right.
This would never be the same.
All right, can I get everybody's attention? Really want to say thank y'all for coming on a Saturday afternoon. After this week, this ain't national news no more. So the national media, they leaving. Domestic terrorism is what we just saw last week, right? We saw white supremacy, we saw white terrorism in our community. So how can we take the energy of this moment and create something, let it be the catalyst for something that can happen long term? What can we do to move forward and have a long-lasting change?
I've been a registered nurse for almost 20 years. What I see a lack of us doing is, how many people in here has contacted the executive at Wegmans or Tops?
Economic terrorism is what you visibly see as you walk these streets. You see businesses closed or non-existent. You see what was a supermarket in a community that has approximately 78,000 households or people living in it. You see a lack of opportunity for people to work within the community. You see streets and lots vacant. You just see a lack of investment.
I think that we really need to address the issue with social media and hate spreading on social media.
Who else got something to say on that?
I'm encouraging black people to apply for their concealed pistol permit under the Constitution of the United States of America.
Even if you gave every black person, felony or not, in America a gun, we only represent 13% of the population. So when you're going against the rest of the population, hypothetically, you don't win that. The numbers aren't on your side.
So many people that I talked to in the parking lot, because I was the first responder when that shooting happened, they didn't move because they were so used to the fire and the guns that they said we thought it was just us shooting each other. Wow. We didn't realize until the bullets started flying repetitively that it was something that was taking place at Tops.
I'm Michael Learmonth, editor-in-chief of Vice News. Too often, traditional news outlets shy away from the real stories and experiences of those living through global conflicts. Not Vice News. Our reporters are on the ground, fearlessly covering the human stories that shape our world. You and millions of others can continue to read, watch, and listen to Vice News for free. But we hope you'll consider making a one-time or ongoing contribution of any size at vice.com/contribute. Every contribution, no matter how big or small, helps support the journalism Vice News brings to you every day. Thank you.